Hi there, Loy Machedos. Sorry, my voice. Okay. Okay, let's start again. Okay, hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Date is 24th November 2022. Time right now is 2:28 in the morning, night, or whatever you call it. Okay. Now, uh, before I do start, I obviously have to give a disclaimer as YouTube's requirements. I'm not a medical professional. This is not a medical channel. Please consult your doctor before doing anything. All I'm doing is sharing my experience. Okay. However, in this video, I will share with you my, a very powerful truth, my relationship with food, and how by altering the relationship with food, I'm actually able to lose, or I've lost 15 kilos in uh, 3 months, which for me is a major shocker. Okay. Uh, Given the fact that I'm seriously addicted to food. Huh? I'm telling you honestly. I mean, some people are addicted to smoking, drinking, drugs, girls, sex. In my case, my addiction, obviously, there are various, like I like attention and all that and talking a lot. But my biggest addiction has always been food. I love food. You can literally put all the delicious items right in front of me, and I would love to eat. I, and I think it stems from the fact that the way I was born and raised. I was raised in a family, typical South Indian Catholic family with abusive parents, mother and stepfather who used to always hide food from me, and they used to give it to themselves and to my step brother, my half brother, who is my stepfather's son. Like they would buy almonds, they would buy pistachios, they would buy, slightly branded chocolates like Lion Bar. I think it's Lion Bar is no longer there, like Snickers and all that, apples. And what they would do is I would sleep in the living room, they would sleep in the bedroom, and they would lock it in their cupboard. Obviously, those are not like heavy duty, cheap cupboards. I used to know how to open it, and I used to always dig into things and eat. So I was always born and raised knowing that food was scarce. Even when we would order food, like prepare food for the week, my father and mother would prepare, stepfather would prepare food for the whole week. So we would have, let's say, example, one chicken with curry, Indian, okay? And all the choicest piece of chicken is there. And obviously, I would love to eat a chicken leg and all that. But we would have this curry for 1 week. So the chicken would reduce, only the curry would be left. And I think by the time the fifth day or so, we just have gravy and a little bit of rice. So I was always born and raised with the thing that food is less. I'll not get food. I better eat this as soon as. And I think it's a majority with most Indians. That is why when Indians go for a buffet or a buffet, as you call it, they stack up on the plate food like they have never seen food. Like they cannot eat all this, but they'll keep stacking because I don't know, either the psychology is like they can't come a second round or they don't want to come a second round or they want to take the best food. So it ends up being cold. And 99.9% of the time, they end up throwing the food. And that is why you'd see many Indians even putting croissants and all in their bag and they'll carry it. I have my family has done that. My mother used to take tissue box, tissues and uh, not the cutlery, but if there's plastic spoons and all that, and sometimes even take bread, lots of bread, which was for free, but she would take it and put it in a bag and all that. So I was born and raised in this environment, and even when we would go for a party, I would see the food. Oh, maybe I'll not get it again. So I lived with this fear, I would say, that I'd not get good food. And if you'd go somewhere out, I would eat like I never saw food. In fact, my parents would, don't act, don't behave like you never seen food. And when there was a buffet, obviously stack up. So once I started living my own life, earning my own, I think that behavior pattern continued. We would always go for a buffet or we would always go for all you can eat stuff and parties where there's free food and um, And then I think because I went into bodybuilding and obviously used steroids, so my appetite grew like crazy. And obviously, the pleasure of eating food, that also processed food like KFC, Pizza Hut, it gives you a pleasure center. Like now I know, obviously, the science, dopamine, and make you enjoy that feeling of, wow, food. And obviously, food was, is engineered to make it addictive. Like KFC, the chemicals that they use, the flavors that they use. That is why if you have a steak that you make it at home versus the steak that you eat at one of the like Applebee's or any of the multinational joints, um, it's very different. A KFC chicken, you can have four, five, six, even 10 pieces of chicken, and it's smooth and soft and goes down easily, and the flavor is amazing. But if you make the same chicken, grilled chicken at home, you can't eat more than a few pieces. So everything today is engineered. Okay, you know it, I know it. If you do your research online, you know that almost all the food today is re-engineered many times over to make it addictive. Flour, rice, corn, oils. Okay, you get the gist. So, given that I moved from bodybuilding to being addicted to food, then at some point it became a habit. Seriously, it just became a habit. Eat a lot, do exercise a lot, and obviously my testosterone was also high. But now here's the problem. Here's what happens. When you're young, you can keep eating like there's no tomorrow. But as you grow older, your metabolism slows down, the burning of fat slows down, your activity slows down. And as you get heavier, it becomes harder. Yeah, I was powerlifting super heavy weights, like uh, squat, sit and stand, 225 kilos, deadlift 185, leg press 300. So I was doing immense big amounts of weights. And yes, burning the calories, but there was still a lot more fat. I think this continued until my joints couldn't take it anymore. And obviously, you can't do bodybuilding and heavy lifting forever. Injuries. Finally, I stopped. But now, though my exercise stopped, the eating continued. And that is where I packed on pounds. And if you see my previous photographs, I ballooned up. I ballooned to literally 100 kilos. And then obviously, tried again, diets, tried running, swimming, triathlon. I would lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. I was even doing running of slow running, marathon running for 21 kilometers. And I was controlling my diet, but still I would like 100 kilos come down to 90, then come down to like 90, 80, 88, whatever, then go back up again, go down, go up. So it was a never ending cycle. It was a struggle to lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. This became crazy. And this continued until one day I couldn't do it anymore. Obviously, life has a lot of twists and turns. And I moved from Dubai, which was a stable life, stable in the sense you could go running, swimming, triathlon with friends, all that stuff, bodybuilding. And I came to Thailand, Samui, small island. Here there are no friends. Here there is, I'm not part of any cycling club, running club, triathlon. I'm not. It's very different lifestyle. My priority was earning more money. So what to do? Sit at home. I even didn't want to go to the gym. And the only thing I was doing was eating. And Thai food, the problem with Thai food is very delicious, but they put sugar in each and everything. And obviously, like I told you, processed food now. And then I ballooned up to, I think, 125 kilos. I was literally finding it hard to breathe walking a flight of stairs. I couldn't carry my own body weight. So, finally I underwent the bariatric surgery. If you have followed my videos, you can Google search. They're pretty graphic videos of me having the operation. Yeah, and I'm naked on those videos. So just stay warned. Um, I went through the bariatric surgery. I lost, 20 kilos. 20, no, not 20. Sorry. What am I saying? Nearly 40, 50 kilos I lost. Okay. And everything was good. I made my stomach small because of the bariatric surgery. Now I couldn't eat more. And everything was happy until, human beings with their bad habits, they love to eat food again. So, I love food and I tried my level best to eat. My body kept rejecting, but I tried again, rejecting. Finally, the body said, okay, fine, yeah, you want to keep eating, let's eat. And there I got back to the old habits again. Chocolates, ice creams, fast foods, all the stuff I couldn't eat after my surgery. I kept at it, kept at it, kept at it. And eventually a body, body is a wonderful machine. It says, okay, fine, let's learn to live with it. So before I couldn't eat a burger, after my surgery, started eating a burger. Couldn't eat an ice cream, started eating ice cream. Because those old memories were there of ice cream, chocolates. Obviously, I couldn't eat everything that I was eating before, but somehow I managed. And then sitting here, in front of this camera in my room, it became a ritual for me that every 1 hour I would get some food kept on my table. Obviously, loving wife. And I would literally search for the next best addictive food. What I started to like more was coca noodles, that microwavable rice with sweet and sour stir fried fish. Then I love pizzas. I found out Burger King. Loved the that Australian burger with the mushroom sauce. I love that very much. The French fries. So obviously, when you're bored, you research and try new restaurants and finally figure out what you love best. And it came to a point where even bread, bread with condensed milk on top, crunchy bread with that. Oh, I used to love that. Slightly soft, crunchy bread. So obviously, I started to gain weight. And I think the tipping point was when I reached 83.8 kilos, the highest ever after my surgery. I was at 79, maintaining that. It is to go 79, 80, okay, manage, then come back 79. But then all of a sudden went to 81. I was like, yeah, I'll still manage. Then slowly one day went to 82. I was like, oh, what the hell is happening here? I tried to bring it down. It didn't work. It would stick at 81. It became my new this thing. And one fine day, like I told you, when it hit 83.8, I was like, bloody hell, this can't be happening. I don't want to go back to the same unhealthy fat guy. I spent so much money on my surgery. What the hell, man? So began my journey to research about food. And to my surprise, there's so much of information online. And I'll tell you honestly, majority of it is false. And I'll give you some of the points. Calories in, calories out is wrong. Eat small meals a day is wrong. Eat restrictive meals, like eat 500 calories less is wrong. Your body adapts and then starts burning less. Then eat breakfast is the most important food. Eat healthy food is wrong. There were so many wrong pieces of advice, and I didn't know these were wrong. I honestly didn't know these were wrong. I thought these were right until I bumped into three guys' channels. One is Dr. Ekberg, Dr. Jason Fong, and one new guy whose videos I'm seeing. I'll see if I can get his name. It's a non-profit organization that gives you the best advice. What is that guy's name? He's a bearded guy, Indian, but with the bandana on top. Okay. The Gallon Foundation, GALEN. I'll put the links down below so that you can, you can use it for your benefit. So what I found out is the biggest culprit was sugar. Okay. The second biggest culprit was carbs. Okay. But obviously now, if you know that this is bad, sugar is bad, ice cream bad, chocolate is bad, processed food is bad, carbs are bad. Now, obviously, if all this is bad, what is good? I can't live a life eating only salads. I can't live a life eating only meat. Because we need to be realistic. Because the biggest reason for my failure was lack of consistency. So I decided on September 1st, before that I am going to go slow and steady this time. I'm going to go gradually. I'll keep the lowest weight loss target possible, 1 kilo per month. And the key focus was food, not exercise, food. Okay. And eventually, the biggest culprit I had to get rid of, that was white sugar. I had to get rid of that. That was one. Then second one was the most unhealthy food. That was condensed milk, bread. I said no bread at all. Okay. So I eliminated both these. Then obviously there are other bad things because I used to keep a journal of what I used to eat. Rice was the third, very addictive. So I said, okay, how can I stop rice? I'll do it gradually. Rice was hard. But now if I'm saying no to these, I have to add something to replace, like sweet, right? So instead of sugar, I started having fruits. Okay. Um, any day, natural food, natural sugar is better than processed sugar. So I started having fruits to compensate. Like I told you, slow and steady, right? Then instead of rice, I would have, cauliflower made small pieces, cauliflower, broccoli, and cauliflower is pretty good, huh? Then I loved this one. What do you call that? The processed foods. Like I told you, the microwavable stuff. I said, okay, I am eating 3 or 4 a day. I'll eat one a day and I'll eat slowly and I'll enjoy. It was harder. From four, I made it six. Sometimes I did 6 to 8 a day. I reduced it to four. Then I reduced it to two. And then I reduced it. Only the fish I would eat, not the rice. I would use cauliflower. So smart substitute. Then rice also slowly disappeared. Remember, step by step. Okay, everything step by. And I would follow the replacement strategy. If I was not going to have this, what is the best thing I can have instead of this? Because just pure self-control is not going to work. Okay. But then I think the most important decision that I took is intermittent fasting. See, after you go to sleep, you're not eating anything. When you wake up in the morning, the mistake that I used to do is I used to add watermelon, then I used to go for a run, again eat watermelon, that is sugary things, then I used to eat rice with fish. So what I decided, after I wake up, I'm not going to eat anything until a certain period of time, which was again hard because my body is habituated to eating. So after I wake up in the morning, I told myself the first meal I will have at 4 o'clock. So if I get up, let's say 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, first meal will be 4 o'clock. So 8 hours, at least 8 hours fasting. And I found this tough, but I did it for 8 to 10 days. Or once it became a little easier, from 4 o'clock, I said, okay, 6 o'clock now. So after getting up, I would not eat for, let's say, roughly 8 hours or 10 hours. Soon, I started making, 6 in the evening, I'll not eat till 9 in the evening. And remember, when I break my fast, I can eat whatever I like. Okay. And I didn't go fully strict. I used to also have Kaju Barfi, which I told you is an Indian sweet. It's made with nuts and sweets. Okay. So intermittent fasting was the most important thing. The second thing was eating intelligently, replacing stuff. And I think the biggest thing that I had to remind myself is this delicious food, processed food, pizza, burger, they are there. They're not going to go away. The chocolates are going to be there. The ice cream is there. Why am I acting like there is no tomorrow? So if I wanted to eat now, I would say, okay, wait, Loy, wait. Eat after 2 hours. Don't eat now, eat after 2 hours. And then I'd ask myself, okay, I'm craving for the sweet. What if I ate, let's say, a healthy meal of eggs, protein, meat, and everything else? And if I still wanted sweet, let me eat some fruits and satisfy that sweet craving. And most of the time, after eating full and satisfying all the, I wouldn't feel like eating the ice cream. So I saved myself those unwanted calories and the addiction of sugar. So I found a smart substitute. Another one was like, I loved Burger King. I love going out. So I told myself, okay, I'll reward myself after 3 days. The Burger King, I can have it anyway. Instead of going randomly any day, if I felt like having a Burger King today, I would tell myself, okay, let me postpone for 2 days. That's it. Or 24 hours. So very soon I started developing the self-control to eat little later. Very soon I started increasing my intermittent fasting time. By the way, just so that you know, right now I'm fasting for 24 hours. Okay. This is something I couldn't have imagined in my life before. And this 24-hour fast, I've done exercise, treadmill for 1 hour. I did walking for 1 hour. I went to the gym half an hour. And I'm just staying on water and, before coffee. This was something impossible if you tell me like before 3 months. But now, because I've been doing it consistently, I'm okay. So, and just so that you know, after I finish my this 24-hour fast, I will extend it for another maybe 6 or 12 hours or whatever. And then later on go with my family, maybe to have Burger King or something as a reward. So I'm still rewarding myself. I'm still, like I told you, I still eat the ice cream. I still eat the chocolate, but not like before. And there is that small window of opportunity where fasting, 8 hours, in that 8 hours, I eat whatever I like. Okay. Sometimes I might keep eating for the 8 hours. Sometimes I might eat one meal in those 8 hours. Sometimes I'll eat two meals in the 8 hours. So I'm busy experimenting. But the most important thing is your relationship to food. And last but not the least, I would tell you that if you really want to lose weight, you need to be aware of yourself. I have that Excel sheet with every day I check my weight. Every day, obviously, the weight can go up, down, up, down. It fluctuates. You don't sleep properly, it'll be more. You ate a heavy meal at night and drank a lot of water, or you ate a lot of carbs, there'll be water retention. So take an average of each week. Okay, but it's good to know your weight every day. And you must plan out your meals. Remember, the first meal, intermittent fasting is mandatory, but the first meal that you have must be protein and fat. That is, like a steak or, non-veg. If you're vegetarian, it's a bit more challenging. But I totally avoid carbs, rice, flour, bread, all that. First meal should be always protein and fat. And subsequently, throughout the day, as you go on, then you can add in the fruits, a little bit of watermelon here and there. But an important note for you to know is the only reason you're not burning fat or the only reason you're not losing weight, even after fasting, is because insulin resistance. Okay, insulin, it is that hormone or whatever you call it in your body, which ensures that you either burn fat or don't burn fat. If your insulin resistance means it's resisting, it will prevent you from burning fat. If you're insulin sensitivity, then your body burns fat faster. And the problem is because right from childhood, we are eating carbs, sweets, unwanted stuff. Our body becomes insulin resistant. I don't want to go too technical here, but just a summary, you need to reset your body. And the only way you can reset your body is fasting. Only way. Like I told you at the beginning of the video, don't do anything unless you seek professional advice. And also keep this in mind, majority of the doctors know how to treat a sickness. They don't know how to help you get healthy. They don't know how to maintain your health. That is why I gave you those links of those channels. So fasting for me has worked. Intermittent fasting has worked. Eating more protein and fat has worked. Eliminating sugars from my diet has worked immensely. I especially do not drink any calories, like cold drinks, never, impossible. I make sure that I do enjoy the journey and not the destination. I'm enjoying, like even now when I'm fasting, yes, it is oh, by the way, you don't want to know about hunger. I'm sure hunger is very uncomfortable. You feel like pain and all that. Initially, even I used to feel the same. But what I've realized is hunger is just a feeling. It is only a feeling. It's an unpleasant feeling, but it's a feeling. And if you keep yourself busy, if you're busy doing something or another, that feeling of hunger goes. See, initially your body knows that when you feel hungry, you'll put something in the mouth. So it pains you, reminds you, it makes it so uncomfortable. It's waiting for you to put something in the mouth. But if you resist and say no, then body say, what the hell, yeah, forget it. Okay, guys, let's focus on the fat that is available. And then your body moves into focusing on the fat. And if suppose you feel really weak, there are times I feel weak. Even today, the 24-hour fast, I felt weak. Take a rest. Sleep. Sleep for 15, 20 minutes. Sleep for half an hour. You will just forget about it. And yes, as you go into um, fasting mode and your body gets used to it, and then you start an active lifestyle of walking. I told you, I'm not doing huffing, puffing exercise, just walking. Oh, the fat burning process will increase tremendously. And when the insulin sensitivity increases, means insulin resistance decreases, and your body now is fat adapted. It is teaching you how to burn the fat. You will you will start losing fat. Like, you'll be shocked. I myself am so shocked how fast I'm losing weight. I never thought in my life, never ever thought I would lose 15 kilos. Forget 15 kilos. My family's shocked. People who know me from childhood, I'm shocked. I never in my 25 years, I'm 45. I was never 68, man. Never. This is a shocker. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, the benefits are incredible. You feel very sharp. You feel very alert. You feel very light. Yeah, hunger pangs are there. The drawback is there. You'll feel very hungry. You'll feel very moody, irritated. Temper is always there. But as you become aware, you're able to maintain and control this. But yes, you do get very irritated fast, and temper issues a little bit is there. But yeah, I go through the same feelings and, you know, emotions like you. I'm human. I love food. I still do. And I really want to enjoy my life. I want the best for what life has to offer. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. The reason I share this with you is to inspire and motivate you to lead a healthy lifestyle and to lose weight. My end goal is most probably to lose maximum maybe 20 kilos and bring my body weight down to 63 kilos. I'm 5 feet 8 inches. I was at 125 kilos. I've never been lower than 70 kilos as far as I can recollect. At an average from 30s, my body weight was always 85, never below that. So for me to be at 68, big thing. Anyway, like I said, please consult your doctor if you're on insulin or if you're diabetic or if you have health issues or anything. But if you're normal like me, I think it should be far more easier. Anyway, there are a lot of benefits to fasting, lots, and a lot of benefits to eating natural food, natural in the sense that home cooked food. Avoid bread, avoid sugars, avoid rice, most of them processed, especially those oils, and give it a shot to be healthy. You never know how your life may change. Anyway, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And like I said, I'm just sharing this with you so that you can also help achieve your goals, whatever they are. All right, guys, take care. It's me signing off.